everyone! Welcome to day 3 of my Christmas video challenge. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. So let's do a little review of the Christmas vocabulary that we have already seen. On day 1, we saw ornaments, stocking, reindeer, and yesterday we saw the word bow. And we're gonna add one more word to today's list, which our word today will be, do you know how to say copo de nieve in English? Snowflake, that is correct. It's S-N-O-W-F-L-A-K-E, snowflake. And we also learned what are you wearing, and today I'm wearing an apron, a beautiful Christmas apron. Thank you. And we learned 2 words yesterday, slippers, scarf, and today we're gonna add the word apron. Perfect. So before I start my theme for today, which is going to be a recipe, I would like to thank my students who have made recommendations of topics they would like to see during the Christmas video challenge. So today we're going to learn how to make a very famous traditional Canadian dessert for fall winter time because it's very cold, and it's called an apple crisp. You'll need 2 bowls. First, you will peel your apples. Then you will slice them into small thin pieces. Make sure you've washed your hands. Then we are going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar to the apples. After that, we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to the mix. After the salt, we're going to add a tablespoon. So this is called a teaspoon in English, the smaller one for stirring your coffee. And for soup, we have a tablespoon. And we're going to use a tablespoon of lime juice. Mix that into the apple. Next, we are going to give it a nice stir. So we're going to stir up the brown sugar with the lime juice and the salt. In our second bowl, this is all mixed up nicely, we're going to have 9 tablespoons of butter, okay? 1, 2, 3. I already melted it, so it was ready in advance, and you should let it cool. After the butter, we're going to add 3/4 of flour. 3/4 of flour. We're gonna add a quarter of oats, okay? We're gonna add a 1/4 of oats. I reused my 1/4 measurement, so I didn't have that roll quite ready, but we'll go for the little extra. It's almost perfect. Then we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Yes, I have my recipe in front of me. Recipe is a good word to learn also for today's video. Recipe is how we say receta. It's not a receipt. A receipt is what they give you when you buy something at the store. And we're gonna add 3/4 of cinnamon to the mix over here. And guess what I realized? I'm missing my cinnamon for my first batch. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon over there. So I hope that one of the things, I don't know, because maybe I'm a little nervous, I'm online filming myself, but I wanted you to learn the frequency adverbs. When we do a recipe or we talk about a story, we say first, then, next, after that, and finally. So I'm gonna add some cinnamon also to the apple mix that was over here. And the last ingredient I'm missing is my vanilla. My vanilla for my mix over here, 3/4 of vanilla. 3/4 tablespoon of vanilla. And we're gonna mix this all up. And I would say that we have quite a bit of butter. So, sometimes you have to eye things because, well, I grabbed this one from a girl that I usually watched on internet, but I will tell you that I'm gonna add some oats because it must be a bit drier. So I'm gonna open that up with a pair of scissors. I know today's video is a little longer, but the recipe was requested, so I hope you're enjoying to learn something new. And we've talked about apron, we've talked about recipe, and what else have we talked about? Snowflake. There was our review. All right, so basically, once this is more oaty, that actually you could do it with your hands if you like. You're gonna take your apple mix. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. You're gonna take your pan. You need to grease it with butter all around the sides, on the bottom. And you're going to add your apple mix first in the bottom part. So probably I also have enough to make maybe 2 batches, or not. I think we did a good measurement here of the apples. All right, super duper easy. Looks yummy, smells very lovely. And finally, we'll top it with our oats mix again. And you're going to have preheated your oven. I'm thinking I'm missing some more oats. Should be a little drier. You're gonna add this on top of the apples, and finally you will put it in the oven. The oven should be preheated to approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So you'll add this to the top and you'll put it into the oven. So thank you so much for joining me on the day 3. I hope you enjoyed my Christmas dessert recipe, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you later, alligator. For a while, crocodile. Bye.